I'm really sorry to hear
Mm-hmm.
what has happened over the channel today. It's
Thank you.
it has shocked pretty much everyone here, actually.
I know.
It's devastating.
It is.
It's a huge shock. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions about it?
Oh, no, go ahead. No problem.
Okay, so obviously it's a huge shock to everybody. Can you tell us a bit about how you found out and what it was like?
Oh, it was, of course, yesterday night. I was very tired because I had a long day. So I was, on the internet, on my Facebook page, chatting with one of my best friends. We were laughing. And suddenly I see on one of my friends' wall, I see a post, saying about one shooting in a bar or in a restaurant, So I checked on the internet, but the information was not on yet. But I told my friend that we didn't want to go and watch TV because we didn't want to hear any bad news.
Yeah.
But the information, the news kept coming on Facebook, and I had lots of messages from friends who were in Paris, but who fortunately were okay.
Yeah.
So I spent a very, very, very bad night, although I stick to my idea not to watch TV, that night. So it was really horrible. I tried to contact my Paris friends, and fortunately they were all okay. Nobody was on the crime scenes, So, but I watched the news today.
Yeah. That must have been very difficult for you.
Yeah, it was, and like everybody, I know it's a cliche to say this, but I hate violence because there's going to be a lot of speculation about racist speculation about Muslims and stuff, and I hate that because racism is going to go upwards instead of going backwards, I don't know if I told it correctly, okay? I can rephrase the sentence if you want me to, okay? You just ask me.
Yeah.
The thing is, anybody could have been here, I often go to Paris, for example, to concerts or things, I could have been at the Bataclan, where more than 80 people died, because they were horribly shot,
Yeah.
So that could have been me, that could have been my friends, and I realized yesterday night that we are not safe. I'm not paranoid, not at all. I'm a very optimistic person. The thing is, it's so awful. It's the first time I have felt this way, when there's a tragedy like this going on here or elsewhere,
Yeah, very much so. And it's I know it's a really difficult subject to be talking about. But can you describe at the moment what the atmosphere in France is like?
So we all stick together because, as I told you, I've been watching the news for a couple of hours, because, of course, I wanted to know more about what happened. So we all stick together. We are not scared. Although, if we had been on the crime scenes in the middle of all these people and all those terrorists, we would have been scared. We would have been terrified, But we stick together because with the whole world anyway, England, Italy, the United States have shown respect. They have shown solidarity. They have been, and they still are, so fantastic with us. I mean, it warms our hearts, because we know we are all together in this fight. And so the atmosphere in France is, we try to relax. We try not to feel hatred. We are so angry, though. We are very, very, very angry. But we try to be full of love. Because we know that hatred won't solve anything.
Social media has helped a lot of people last night to be able to get in contact with their loved ones and family.
That's right. Yeah.
And you touched on this a little bit. Do you feel like it helped you, considering the situation you were in?
Yes, everything goes so fast nowadays with social networks such as Facebook or Twitter, So I was so devastated, but we all stick together through the network. Everybody was talking to each other. We were all talking to each other. We were all inquiring about our close relatives or friends who could be at the crime scene, at that moment. So it was horrible to watch all the news on Facebook, all those messages on Twitter and stuff. But it kind of, everything has changed, with technology and social networks. So everything instantly, because everybody's filming, everybody's got a smartphone with a camera on it. So it kind of, I don't know if it helped me, but the warm messages we have shared together sure have helped us to overcome this. So it's very easy for me in a kind of way, because as I told you, all of my friends are okay in Paris. I don't have any close friends or casual friends who have been touched, who have been physically injured by these horrible attacks. So it's very easy for people like me to say, oh, it's okay, it helped me, because I'm not sure people who are suffering from a loss feel the same way. Yeah. But it's true that I've seen very warm messages on Facebook, people who were devastated, who panicked, you know, and people are still looking for their friends right now because they haven't heard from them yet.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of countries have expressed their grief and paid respects to France today. A lot of monuments have been lit up and messages have been shared. Does it help in some way to know that the world is somewhat standing with France right now?
Well, of course. I mean, as I told you, I have not been touched directly by these attacks, so I can say yes, it's like a relief, you know. But the thing is, of course, I mean, when you receive I mean, messages full of love from all the other countries, all the other nations, it's so, I mean, it's so powerful, and we love that, of course, because we all stick together. The thing is now, we have to act right now to prevent this from happening again, because messages are wonderful, but we won't solve anything with messages. Now, I hope our government, I mean, from the left wing to the right wings, I don't care about who's doing what, but we should all stick together and be stricter with all these people, you know, who do a lot of harm to us. So I really hope that strong actions are going to be undertaken, you know, because we need that. We need to feel safe in France, you know. Our policemen work so hard every day. They do extra hours. They do overtime. They work overtime, and they are not getting paid. They are exhausted, you know. So I'm scared that all these events now might exhaust them even more, because we need some more policemen in France. Not because we are paranoid. It's just that, you know, we need them because they are so powerful with us. They try to protect us, but there are not enough of them. Although we are aware that we cannot put a policeman in every corner, in every street in France. That's true, I mean. But the thing is, they are so exhausted, and still, they were present yesterday, and they did their best to help us, to help all the victims to recover or to rescue them, you know, from the shooting. So, but yeah, it's true that all the messages we have received from all over the world are really welcome here, and we love that. We love them. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much for speaking to me today about this.
Oh, you're welcome, Maisie. You're welcome.